tonight, Greg, on both sides. This seems to be a growing trend.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before, even getting into the two-way contracts that give you depth past your top 15 guys. One, you're trying to protect the investment in your big-ticket items, your franchise-caliber players, but you got to keep an eye on the future in terms of player development. That's another area where the league has really changed when you look at the makeup of these rosters.
Oh, what a beautiful point.
The intensity, did you see that? Great. I mean, come on, man. Harden is ridiculously clever, including how he decides to posterize you. A superb athlete.
Over to the left wing. Tucker with the ball. Harris is there. It's good.
I mean, it's evident that Tucker likes trying his luck inside. He has the size, weight, toughness, and touch to be effective.
And now here comes Wall, leading the break. Fires the three. Harden's shot is off. The Nuggets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far.
And see, Webb, the strength and conditioning of James Harden, something I'm not certain everybody has an appreciation for.
Yeah, and to your point, back in high school, despite leading Artesia to back-to-back state championships, Harden dealt with asthma and was frankly out of shape. Over the years, dedication to diet and training, that enabled him to reach new heights.
Yeah, a former 5-star recruit. We know about the talent level with Porter, but he's also a mature, hard-working guy.
It's Harden with the drive, and Harden with the stuff.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
Yeah, coach is definitely pleased. That's the execution he loves to see.
Murray, no good.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
And Harden with the basket on the assist from Tucker. Harden's got 6.
A really smart opening quarter for them at the offensive end. Moving, finding good shots. They're 4 for 5 from the field.
To the middle. Here's Wood. Jokic grabs the miss.
Man, when the ball's in his hands, that's as high percentage as it gets. It's just a fluke miss.
Porter against Wood.
Just 1 for 5 from the field now. I mean, they've come out flat. They need to pick up the energy.
Here's Harden. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. That one on Porter.
Oh, Harden is so good at finishing these and ones. I mean, he is just a thorn in the D side.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Free throw drops for Harden. And Christian Wood, undrafted in 2015 out of UNLV. Wait a minute, that's your alma mater. Hey, talk about his game. What do you like about Christian Wood's game?
Well, first I'll start with he went to UNLV. He's long, he's lean. I think he really fits the modern NBA as a small ball center. Able to hold his own on the glass and space the floor.
Feeds it to Cousins. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
And checking out the stats for Jokic. Last season, he played outstanding. 13th in rebounding, 13th in assists, and he was in the top 20 in field goal percentage. Able to create offense with tremendous efficiency.
And we talked about how strong he was on the boards, going hard at it at both ends last year, really helping out his team.
That's just a sensational play from Cousins. He leaps off the floor so quickly when he has an opportunity for that alley-oop slam.
Barton drives in. Wall with a block. They recover it. It's deflected. And here we go. Cousins heading to the hoop. Here's Harden. Look at that.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Yeah, we got to be careful. It's still early. They've expended a lot of energy, but they've also built a nice cushion here.
And when Jokic drives, he's like a freight train with that great physical ability, able to kind of push the defense wherever he wants them to go.
The three from Harden. And it's Denver with the rebound.
Yeah, but the defense was determined not to give him an inch of free space.
Back to Millsap. Here's Here's Jokic, and Jokic throws it down.
Such a savvy player. Love watching Jokic battle for positioning on the offensive glass.
That one drops for him.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
There's 39 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Harden outside. And it's Jokic with the rebound. The Nuggets trail by 9. 20 seconds left to play in the first. Pass to Millsap. Comes up empty down low. Now Cousins. And here's Harden for 3. The shot, no good. James Harden getting it done for the Houston Rockets. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of... And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. Let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Rockets, guys.
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
No question. It's been stifling thus far, preventing that offense from establishing any kind of rhythm.
We've got DeMarcus Cousins. Gordon is out there with Wall. Then there's Brown. And it's Nwaba in at the power forward position. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Rockets. Here's Murray, coming off 31 points last game. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. That one's on Eric Gordon.
How about the strength of Murray finishing the shot off easily, even with the harm?
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. P.J. Tucker comes in for DeMarcus Cousins. And Daniel House subbed in for John Wall. The Nuggets also changing it up. Michael Porter comes in for Barton. And Harris subbed in for Morris. Gordon the pass to Nwaba. Back to Gordon. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
We're just trying to prevent the opposition from getting comfortable. Next time, that one might get picked.
The Rockets making a switch here. Woods checked in. Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile one block we just saw on replay.
And those are plays that get you in front and keep you in front.
The Nuggets trail by 6.
And over his 2 years at UNLV, Christian Wood shot just 26% from long range. So he's made a huge improvement in the NBA.
Yeah, and it's become a key part of his offensive game, Jay. He's put the work in behind the scenes. I mean, developing a skill set that's so much in the man.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, we all know that there are some people who dislike James Harden's style of play. They're bored watching him shoot free throws. He said, I see how teams guard me and find ways to exploit it. I just outthink the game, and I'm faulted for it. Kevin, that may be, but it's hard to argue with the results. Back to you.
You're right, one of the top scorers in league history, David. Thanks for that report. And it's Gordon penetrating, and then Gordon with the dunk.
Look, it's always awesome to see Gordon take it to the rim, adding more wrinkles to his offensive game.
Passes it to Hartenstein. Outside, Porter. No good off the front iron. Houston leading by 8. To the paint. Tries from 7. Gordon the pass to Tucker. Houston moving it around. Here's Brown. Denver grabs the miss. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Murray the pass to Porter. Inside, and the officials calling for a 3-second violation. It seems like every shot these guys have been putting up has been going in. This month's top shooters. Houston's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Harris against Brown. Pass to House. Back to Brown. Now here's Tucker. Defense is right there. A 3-ball. And that one is off. And it's Denver the other way. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Minnesota, where they'll take on the Timberwolves. That'll be the second of this 2-game road trip. Rockets leading by 8. Here is House. No points in the game yet for him. 1:43 left to play here in the second quarter. Here's Tucker, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
If he's got his hands on the ball within a few feet of the basket, Tucker has one thing on his mind. Dunk that thing.
To the inside. Here's Bull. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And here's a look at the stats for Jamal Murray. A very nice season for him last year. Averaged about 18 points a game last season. 5 assists and 4 rebounds. Fantastic totals for him across the board. I wouldn't be surprised if he keeps rolling.
I think if you talk to anyone on this team, they believe in his abilities 100%.
Houston, a whole new 5 on the floor. And the jam by Harden.
Oh, and when Harden is going strong to the rim, he's looking for the throwdown, ripping the rim down hard on that one.
Jokic inside. He's guarded by Cousins. DeMarcus Cousins comes up with the rebound. And here's Cousins. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. It's stolen by Morris. And pushing it up, here's Denver. Here's Bull. And there's the pass to Jokic. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Official. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
It's Harden with the drive, and Harden with the stuff.
He's so crafty with the ball. The ability to score inside and outside, just a terrific night from Harden.
The shot and game clock separated by 4.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
They needed that, and I love that he just didn't settle for the lay-in.
Ball passes to Cousins. Can't get it to fall, and he's missed the second after making his first. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. A nice shot by Dozier. Dozier's got 4 points this quarter.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, you can tell they love to get out and run when the opportunity is there.
And so it's the Houston Rockets heading to the bench with us.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime. James Harden was the man in the first. He ended up with 15 points. And now with the second half about to get underway.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. A fantastic game from Harden in this one.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
Yeah, the offense looks crisp, and guys are hitting their shots.
Second half underway. Here's who Mike Malone's got on the floor. Millsap and Jokic, the big men. The backcourt is Murray and Harris. And it's Porter in at the small forward. Here's Harden. Kicks it to House. Harden against Porter. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Greg, did you know when you were playing that you'd eventually want to call games, be in the broadcast table?
Kevin, no idea. I didn't have any clue. And quite honestly, didn't really think that there was a career that one could have in terms of broadcasting. You know, because cable was just kind of coming on as I was retiring. You didn't have your own network and the things that we take for granted now. So looking back on it, no, but boy, am I glad I did.
I am glad you did too. You probably don't remember this. Doc Rivers and I were doing a game. You came over to say hi to the two of us, went back out on the floor. Doc nudges means that he'll be great in TV. So we saw it then.
He's a good mind. The man knows what he's talking about.
Murray kicks to Porter. It's rebounded by Houston.
Oh, the defense with no impact at all. Just didn't have the feel for his jump shot.
Wood passes to Harden. Pass to Wall. Passes it to Wood. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
The Nuggets trail by 11. On the wing, Harris. Rockets have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half.
Top of the line, competitive spirit for P.J. Tucker. Doesn't mind doing the dirty work.
Yeah, he's just ecstatic to contribute to a winning team. After bouncing around all those years in Europe and then those losing years in Phoenix, he's found a home in Houston.
So for the Rockets, Brown comes in for P.J. Tucker, and Gordon subbed in for James Harden. Hartenstein, he's checked in for Denver. Will Barton comes in for Porter. Clock is at 3. It's out of bounds to the Rockets as Houston retains possession. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Houston. Morris is checked in for Denver. Denver on D. Still looking for their first bucket of the second half. Wall taking his time here to the paint. Clock at 4. No good from Cousins. And it's Millsap with the ball for the Denver Nuggets. 11-point game. Barton, no luck. Now the Rockets with it. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. And the foul on Will Barton. That's his first foul. Outside Gordon. Pass to Tate. 5 to shoot. This one for 3. They get it back. Goes back up, and he could not get that one to go. Wadicott, and now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
Taking 2 shots.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Greg, compare the times when you played as an NBA player with a lot more contact and a lot was let go on the floor to what we're seeing now, when there seem to be a lot of whistles, a lot of stoppage of play.
I mean, there's no doubt about it. You know, you got to allow players to defend. And if they're in a legal guarding position, let them do their job. You know, eliminate the cheap ones. Part of the issue, though, partner, is now so much of the game is played on an island, right? You don't have the crowds that you typically would see guys in back in our era. There's more space. The court, in essence, is bigger. You're out there kind of on your own, man. And these guys are crafty at drawing fouls.
It's never been harder for a defender. The Nuggets trail by 11. He kicks to Morris. Millsap has the open look, and the lead is down inside single digits. Millsap's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. 1:03 left in the third quarter. Here's Wall, and he lays it straight in. And the Rockets lead by 10.
So hard to contain Wall in a pick and roll. He's too sly, too quick, too smart for the opposition.
Morris. Wall with a block. But they recover it. Dozier passes to Millsap. Martin left side. Now the pass to Jokic. And he gets it to go.
Plays a rugged game down low. Jokic's toughness adds character to the identity of this team.
All with it. Pass to Cousins. Outside Gordon. And some nice passing there by Houston. Here's Mwaba. And that one is stuffed right through.
Nice there, getting the reverse. Love that. And the fans got a little bit of a show there.
Guys, that one definitely had a little something extra on it. Here's Jokic, and he banks in the layup. Jokic has got 11 points.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
Here's Wall. Misses in close. And so it's Houston in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. And they're win. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, it's also called making a good read, understanding where everyone is and taking full advantage. Fantastic.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. Taking a look at the Rockets, Carton and Gordon, the guard tandem. DeMarcus Cousins out there with P.J. Tucker, and it's House in at the small forward position.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Christian Woods checked in for DeMarcus Cousins.
A nightly double-double threat. Jokic is also an exceptional playmaker for a guy that size.
Now here's Harden. And Harden with the stuff.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Here's Jokic. And he overshot that one, missing. Houston leading by 7. And Tucker kicks to House. And here's Harden. Passes to Wood. Jokic with the steal. Here's Dozier. Back to Murray. Over Harden. And the rejection by Harden. There's the feed to Porter. Good, and the assist goes to Murray.
Just using his size well close to the rim. Porter is outstanding at cashing in from those spots.
The 3 from Harden. They get the rebound. Wood with the bucket. And the Rockets lead by 7.
No basket feels better than a putback. Love getting rewarded for grinding it out on the glass.
Back to Porter. Pass to Dozier. It's tipped. Jokic with it. To the middle. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And the first one at the line is good. The Rockets making a switch here. Wall's checked in. He doesn't get the second one. Rockets leading by 6. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Harden's shot is good. Harden's got 4 this quarter.
They have ridden him today, and it has paid off in a big way.
Harris misses. Rockets have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Can't hit from in close. The Nuggets trail by 8. Porter finds Murray. Now here is Harris. Down low. And it's Murray, that time on the assist by Harris.
And even at 6'5", Murray just elevates high inside for these buckets. A high percentage shooter down low.
And here's Harden for 3. Again, the miss by Harden. And so it's Jokic with it. He brings it up for the Nuggets. The pass to Dozier. Rebound by House. House has got 4 rebounds in this game. He dishes it to Harden. Inside. Wood kicks it to Tucker. Harris against Harden. And Harden with the stop.
Athleticism Harden possesses is scary. I mean, he's constantly driving toward the basket for these dunks.
To the left side wing. Here's Dozier. His 3-pointers off the mark. They can take their time on this possession.
It wouldn't be a bad idea. Just give themselves a little bit of a break.
Wall, no luck. The Nuggets trail by 8. Dozier passes to Porter. Outside for Murray. Jokic trying to free himself up. And Porter putting it right back in.
Just refusing to back down when the spotlight's brightest. Porter outstanding at taking over here in the play.
59 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Wall finds Wood. And finished off by Wood.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2 hands on that stuff. Dozier passes to Harris. Jokic against Wood. Lets it fly. That one's in there. Rocket lead is cut down to just 6 points and the bucket from Jokic.
Calm and collected in the game's biggest moments. You can rely on Jokic when you need a basket.
And Tucker kicks to Harden. Down low. Wood passes to Harden. Houston moving the ball around. From deep 3-point range. But they get it back. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Fires for 3. And it's Jokic with the rebound. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. There's Porter with the 3. No good that time. So we see the Rockets get the win here. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away. All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
watch, fun to be around. We were so
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And the Rockets already with their game faces on as they get off. Let's check out the Western Conference standings right now that we're here in the new year. Look at Utah right there in 5th position, middle of the pack in the conference. And checking out Houston, they're back in the 8th position.
And seeing where the Rockets are, they haven't had the great season that some were expecting, but it hasn't been a disaster. They just need a few things to go right for them down the stretch.
It's an amazing thing. If you can get a couple of wins, generate some momentum, you've got to believe they'll be just fine.
A look at the opening lineup for the Houston Rockets. Christian Wood is out there with P.J. Tucker. And it's Wall, then it's Harden, and it's House, and at the 3, the small forward. And for Utah, Conley and Mitchell, the talented backcourt pair. Bogdanovich out there with Gobert, and it's O'Neal in at the small forward position. Now here's Harden. Bogdanovich missing his last shot. Harden the pass to Wood. Back to Harden. Shot clock at 5. Beyond the arc. And so the ball out of bounds. Gobert touched it last. Terrific talented backcourts tonight. Greg, did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when you know a guy's better than you, and you're going to have that be the case a lot of nights, you still know that you will have an ability to impact the outcome when it comes to winning. And that's where you have to keep your focus. And the league's preeminent practitioner of the step-back 3, James Harden, is as good as it gets. And, you know, like the skyhook, an unguardable shot, and paired with his dribble drive, a 2-move torture chamber.
And thanks to that step back, Harden already the all-time leader in unassisted 3-point shots.
And not to mention 4-point plays. And up until recently, teams built elaborate offenses to create their 3-point looks. Harden the first to do it one-on-one with volume and efficiency.
Here's Mitchell. Another miss by Utah.
3 straight misses to begin the game, not the start they were hoping for.
Harden scanning the floor. No good on that one. Gobert with the defensive effort.
Well, it can't get worse than this. 0 for 4 to start.
Here's Harden, and Harden with the stuff.
And I just love how aggressive Harden is inside. When he's deep like that, he is ready to finish with authority.
Now here is Conley. What a tremendous game he played against the Clippers. They get it back. The Jazz working the ball around now. Here's Mitchell. Another miss by Utah. The Rockets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Harden against Mitchell. Oh, and James Harden throws it down hard.
And this is how a floor leader makes a statement. Harden just put the other team on notice.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Right side, Conley. So the wing on the left. Here's O'Neal. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. The Jazz shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
And the Jazz with some changes. Derek Favors checked in for Rudy Gobert. Joe Ingles comes in for Bogdanovich. And it's Clarkson in for Mike Conley. Now here's Wall. Really played well against Sacramento in his last outing. Pass to Cousins. And then Cousins with the dunk.
There is a reason John Wall's name is always at the top of the leaderboard in assists in the NBA. Understanding how to dissect a defense.
Here's Ingles. 11 points last game. Feeds to Favors. Oh!
He's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. Now here's Wall. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Outside Gordon. Back to Wall. Favors with the rebound.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
Now, here's Clarkson. He's guarded closely. Takes the three. It's hauled in by Brown. Rockets leading by 4. .52 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Gordon against O'Neal. Clarkson passes to Favors. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one's on Eric Gordon.
I got to tell you, I love watching Derek Favors play the game. I think this guy's reliable, and he still has a ton of upside.
George Niang, he's checked in for O'Neal. David Nwaba is checked in for Houston. They can trade 2 for 1 here.
Would be the right move, I believe, right now.
Pass to Tate. We've got 28 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Pass to Nwaba. Another shot. Utah with the rebound. They come into this having outplayed the Clippers last game.
Yeah, and defensively, boy, did they trust one another. Communicated well and just made it very difficult to get good looks in that one.
You knew they were on a string all night on the defensive end, and it always helps when someone got caught out of position, help was on the way.
How about that mobile 1 block we just saw? Amazing defensive work.
Some intimidation right away. Got to show those shooters you're going to be there all night long. And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
And we reached the end of the first quarter. The Rockets on. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And guys, for the Rockets, what jumps out to you from a numbers standpoint?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. So on the floor for Houston, we've got DeMarcus Cousins, Gordon out there with Wall, and it's Tate in at the 4. Now, here's Clarkson, following the miss by John Wall. It's stolen by Wall. Here's Cousins, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Here's what Utah's going with right now. Rudy Gobert comes in for Derek Favors. And it's Bogdanovich in for Joe Ingles. And there's the pass to Niang. Bogdanovich looking around. Pass to Niang. And here's Clarkson. Shot clock at 6. To the paint. Here's Gobert. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Well, there's size, and there's length, and there's touch. Rudy Gobert doing work.
Harden up top. He has 6. Greg, can you really compare players from completely different eras? I mean, people love to talk about the greatest of all time.
You know, Kev, some players do transcend eras. There's no doubt about that. Wilt's a great example. and there are many others. But in reality, to your point, the style and the way in which the game was played was so different that it isn't fair. I mean, all you can be is the best of your generation, or one of the best. And I think that should stand no matter what the conversation is.
Like, there's no doubt in your mind Oscar Robertson could play in this era as well as he played when he played.
No doubt. Bill Russell, all those guys,
yes,
they're truly
yes.
great ones. So much of your ability to perform at a high level is built around your confidence and your belief in your abilities. And those guys had it as much as anybody who's ever played the game.
Now here's Conley. Harden missing his last shot. There's the three. That's good. The Houston lead is cut down to 3 on the bucket from Mike Conley.
Boy, you've got to love when Mike Conley shoots it with confidence, goes to the catch and shoot game. All right, Mike.
Here's Harden, and Harden with the stuff.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. To the inside. Shots good by Clarkson.
How about Jordan Clarkson? The ability at his position to absorb contact and finish the play.
Harden against Conley. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got his 5th rebound in this one. In the corner, it's Clarkson. Beyond the arc. The shot missing. And the Rockets take it the other way.
A guy who can be a little inconsistent game to game. Clarkson can be extremely consistent year to year.
Right. You consider him as a rookie. Many of the numbers then are similar to what they are now. But the one thing that has improved is the consistency of the three-point shooting. He's worked so hard on it, and that's where the consistency has started to take root.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
The gigantic frame of Rudy Gobert is a problem for the defense. Very hard to contest this guy without fouling.
So Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Derek Favors checked in for George Niang. Joe Ingles comes in for Bogdanovich. O'Neal's checked in for Clarkson. And it's Mitchell in for Mike Conley. Houston with a big group substitution here. Christian Woods checked in for Cousins. Daniel House comes in for David Nwaba. Brown is checked in for Gordon. And John Wall subbed in for James Harden. Here's Mitchell. Following the basket by John Wall. Count it, and the Houston lead has been cut down now to just 2 on the basket for Mitchell.
Boy, the scary potential of Donovan Mitchell overall as a scorer. If it's a consistent three-point shot in his arsenal, forget about it, guys.
Now here's Brown. An 11-point game for him in the win against Sacramento.
And the other thing, guys, he really got after it on the backboards. What a complete game for this guy.
Here's Wall. No good from outside. O'Neal passes to Mitchell. It's stolen by Brown. Here's Wall. O'Neal with the rebound.
Not a lot falling for him in this quarter. He's got to stay aggressive, try to break through, see if you can get an easy opportunity.
Ingles can't get it to go. Rockets have gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told. Gobert with the block.
This is Gobert's specialty. Twice on the pipes from the stifled tower.
That gives them the lead. Mitchell's got the lead up to 1 now for the Jazz.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Wall passes to Wood. It's Brown on the wing. Here's House. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him.
I think one thing you know about Joe.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. What a pleasure it is. Utah found themselves in a close game in the first. Their biggest deficit was 6 points. And that's all we had.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. One of the stories here, James Harden getting it done today.
In that first half, he was a hot knife, and The defense was butter, sliced right through them.
His penetration was a real problem for them. And then, of course, the monster finishes at the cup.
Conley runs the point with Mitchell flanking him. Gobert is out there with Bogdanovich. And it's O'Neal in at the 3. That's the group right now for Utah. Gobert with the block. Bogdanovich inside. Guarded by Tucker. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Houston. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. Utah with the rebound. Gobert's got his 6th rebound on the night.
Well, I guarantee you this is not what they talked about in the locker room. 0 for 3 and looking lost.
Mitchell outside.
Well, they have the advantage, but you still feel like this guy needs to find a way to get himself going.
And the basket by Harden.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Mitchell left side. Launches a 3. Again, Mitchell missing. Houston in the lead. And it's Houston on the break. House has got the ball. Another miss by Harden.
1 for 5 has got to be a frustrating start, and they just don't look sharp right now. Can they find their offensive game? Boy, yet another missed opportunity here. Whatever they talked about at halftime, it's not working.
Outside, Wall. Kicks it out to Harden. Jacks up a 3. Leaps for it, but they'll get another chance. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Clarkson, he's checked in for Utah. And looking back at what was a stellar career, Greg, if there was one thing you could have done different, do you have anything on your mind?
You know, I would have loved to have had the opportunity to finish my career in New York. That was a special place, a special time. Unfortunately, that didn't transpire, but that's the one thing that stands out. That and obviously not winning a championship.
I can understand both of those.
Yes. And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
And you know what? They keep calling his number, and they're simply trying to get him out of this funk.
And there's Mitchell. That's good on the assist from Conley. Mitchell's got 8.
You can see Donovan Mitchell's speed and ability to get separation in transition. He is dangerous out there.
And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Houston Rockets. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half. Passes it to Tate. Outside Gordon. Houston moving it around. Clock at 6. Here's Harden on the wing. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Yep, it counts.
Well, there's a smooth efficiency to the jump shooting ability of Bojan Bogdanovich. What a knockdown shot.
1:41 left in the third quarter. Harden the pass to Cousins. Gobert with the block. Outside Bogdanovich. Pass to Mitchell. Conley against Gordon. Utah needs to get off a shot here, and the shot goes in from Rudy Gobert.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
1:02 left to play in the third. Harden with it. 17 points in the game. And the jam by Harden.
Yeah, just constantly attacking the paint. Harden does not settle.
Conley dishes to Mitchell, and stolen by Cousins. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Free throw good, James Harden.
And the way Harden plays the game, incredible. So much energy and really as creative as they come.
Here's what Utah's going with right now. Derek Favors checked in for Bogdanovich. Joe Ingles comes in for Jordan Clarkson. And Royce O'Neal subbed in for Mike Conley. On the pass to Gobert. Here's Favors. And stolen by Cousins. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. It's Harden with the drive, and Harden with the stuff.
And it's another James Harden special we're witnessing here tonight. I think this fella's got some game.
So for the Rockets, Daniel House comes in for DeMarcus Cousins, and John Wall subbed in for Eric Gordon. Free throw drops for Harden.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Mitchell passes to O'Neal. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. The Jazz have made all of their free throws so far tonight, going 6 for 6. And so he hits the technical free throw.
What you love about Joe Ingles is he's going to give you a little bit of everything. He can score it, he can pass it, he can board it, and he can guard. Whatever you need, he's going to bring it.
To the middle, here's House. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
They're just too slow to react. You can't afford to sleepwalk through possessions. What's going on?
And that's going to do it for the third quarter. The Rockets on top as they wrap up the third quarter on a 9-1 run. Live from Vivint Smart Home Arena, you're watching 2K Sports. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. And so in the game for the Rockets. All out there with Brown. Then it's P.J. Tucker. Then it's Christian Wood. And it's House in at the small forward.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. Count it. Favors got 4 points this quarter.
Very difficult to match up with Favors. I love how under control, under duress he was right there.
And here's Wall. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on Donovan Mitchell. The first one falls.
Well, the athleticism and ferocity with which John Wall plays the point guard position. And you add that to the frame he brings to the table, and look out.
And the Rockets making a change here. Gordon's checked in. Jazz trail by 6. Mitchell outside. Pass to O'Neal. Mitchell against Wall. Now, here's Mitchell. Guarded closer.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down. Try to get some easy ones.
Here's Gordon. O'Neal with the defensive effort. Jazz have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Here's Favors. The shot's good on the assist by Ingles.
I'm telling you this, if you leave one of Ingles' teammates open, Joe is going to find him.
Wall looking it over. Here's Wood. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Free throw good, Wood. The Jazz making a switch here. Conley's checked in. He hits both from the stripe. And the Jazz with possession here. 6-point game. Now the feed to Favors. All with it. Conley picks him up. It's Wall with the drive.
Yeah, took it aggressively right at the defense, and it pays off. Wall making it happen as usual.
And he knocks down the first one. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Jazz have gone 3 of 4 on field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Feeds to Bogdanovich. To the paint. And favors kicks to Ingles. Passes it to Conley. This one for 3. Rockets with the rebound. Wall's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Pass to Wood. Outside Gordon. Outside Wall. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. In transition, here come the Jazz. Favors passes to Bogdanovich. Now here's Tucker. There's the triple. The Rockets again can't hit. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Mitchell, and it's Mitchell with the jam.
Mitchell doesn't waste time. He sees a chance to finish with authority and doesn't pass it up.
Now Wall. Banked in off the glass. Wall's got the lead up to 8 now for Houston.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Jazz have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. And it's Bogdanovich off the drive. Wood with the block. Here's Wall. Rebounded by Donovan Mitchell. Mitchell's got his 4th rebound in this one. And they go to the intentional foul. Gobert, he's checked in for Derek Favors. And a switch here also for Houston. James Harden, he's checked in for John Wall. And Mitchell is right there.
You look at Donovan Mitchell and you don't understand the guy has a 6'10" wingspan. He's a problem on the offensive glass.
Harden outside. From deep. That one doesn't go. And it's Utah the other way. Here's Mitchell. And it's Mitchell with the jam.
Wow, Donovan Mitchell simply fearless when his team is in need.
Here is Harden. Over Conley. Another miss by Houston.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
Outside Gordon. Here's Harden on the wing. Again, the miss by Harden. This could be a turning point.
Critical possession right here.
It drops. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
I'll tell you, it takes confidence to pull the trigger in that situation.
Oh, my goodness. Wow. What a play.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And as a result, they may be facing just a little bit less resistance right now. They are having their way.
There's 14 seconds left in the fourth. Harden with it. Here's Wood. Off target at the rim. So it's a narrow victory for the Rockets, pulling it out for the W. A narrow. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks. For And so off the tip, it's Utah. Mitchell finds Gobert. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. A lot of teams with a lot of new players, Greg, this time of year can be a real challenge to mesh.
No doubt. You know, getting everybody on the same page sometimes it can take time, and then you have to build that trust. Weathering the storms together will obviously help you do that.
Conley with a wide open look, and yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim.
Came into the NBA as an average shooter at best. Conley's worked as hard as anyone to improve his shot. Part of why he's had such a stellar career.
Taking a look at the Nuggets, the backcourt is Murray and Harris. Millsap and Jokic, the big men. And it's Porter at the three, the small forward. For three, Murray sinks the three-pointer.
Murray already a capable shooter from deep. I think the more shots he takes like this, the better he'll become at it.
Passes it to Mitchell. And just about a minute into the first quarter. Bogdanovich passes to Mitchell. 6 to shoot. Oh, good on the three. The Nuggets on offense. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Utah.
Yeah, some history here, though. Of course, they won that first-round series in last year's playoffs and ended up sending them packing.
Added incentive in a game like this. I mean, they've got to be ready to rise up to that challenge.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now, here is O'Neal. To the inside, Jokic with the steal. O'Neal against Porter. Millsap passes to Jokic. Rebounded by the Jazz. They come into this having outplayed the Clippers last game.
And the bench turned up in that one. Whatever they couldn't get from their starters, they got from the reserves.
Well, you know, you hear about the importance of having depth all the time, bench players that contribute. In last game, their bench came alive.
Here's Murray following the basket by Donovan Mitchell. And Jokic with the basket on the assist by Murray.
With maturity comes greater patience, understanding how to play smarter. Murray keeps his options open and finds a teammate who's gotten free.
Harris passes to Murray. Porter in the corner over O'Neal. The offensive rebound out to Harris. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
How about that persistence there? Jokic refusing to give up on the glass.
Down low. Conley against Murray. Conley the pass to Mitchell. Back to Conley. Launches it. And so the ball out of bounds. Gobert touched it last.
And checking out some numbers here for Harris. How he did last season. He averaged about 10 points a game last year. 3 rebounds and 2 assists. And there isn't much to write home about with his numbers. I think he'd like to up his contributions.
Yeah, but you got to earn that chance. I mean, you get what you earn. His numbers are fine, but he's not going to get a lot more floor time unless he turns it up a notch.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Clarkson passes to Favors, and he gets the bucket.
Yeah, blending that power with quickness. Favors provides his team with some solid interior scoring.
Wide open look here for Murray. The Nuggets with another miss. Jazz trail by 4.
Well, I tell you what, we've all heard the stories of Jamal Murray's training routine growing up in Canada, like something out of a movie. Push-ups in the snow, dribbling on ice, deep knee bends with a cup of hot tea on his thigh. A little bit unconventional, but hey, it certainly got him to where he is now, so I would say it worked.
Jokic passes to Murray. Back to Jokic. Martin from outside connects from three-point range.
It's obvious that Barton's jump shot has come a long way. Right now, he's pretty solid at catching and shooting.
Clarkson taking his time here. Back to Conley. From the arc. Sinks the triple.
You know, Clarkson really working on his range, and defenses better wise up to it.
Murray kicks to Morris. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. And it's out of bounds to the Nuggets as Denver retains possession. On defense, the Jazz. 4-point game. Bull and the dunk by Bull.
That's just too easy for Ball. Once he gets the right position, his focus there is on the finish.
Second chance shot. Aston Yang. Up in time. And so it's the Denver Nuggets with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game. How it's been going for the Nuggets.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
You know, another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnovers.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. So on the floor for Denver, they've got Bowles. He's out there with Will Barton. Hartenstein is out there with Monte Morris. And it's Dozier in at the 2 spot. A different look for Utah. Bogdanovich comes in for George Niang. And it's Mitchell in for Mike Conley. Mitchell outside. Five on the clock. Shooting foul, and it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the official.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
So it's the Jazz now. Denver getting their last shot to go. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. Moving it up. Martin dishes the Bull. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Leaving folks open around Barton is a no-no. He'll torch you whenever you do that.
Clarkson on the wing. Barton against Ingles. There's the pass to Mitchell. Inside, deflects the pass, and stolen by Bull. And the dunk by Bull.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
Here's Ingles. Denver getting their last shot to go. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Royce O'Neal's checked in for Clarkson. The Nuggets also changing it up. Porter's checked in for Barton. And Harris subbed in for Morris. On the wing, Harris dishes at the Bull. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. And good that time.
And the touch ball is impressive. You can tell he has a lot of confidence in that shot.
Mitchell passes to O'Neal. Back to Mitchell. To the inside. And stolen by Bull. 3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. It was the Nuggets, their last game, a loss to Phoenix.
Yeah, nowhere near at their best throughout the course of that game. A scrappy performance, but in the end, just not enough.
Yeah, a lot of character on display, a lot of guts. You're right. Even as shaky as they were, I would guess they felt they let one get away from them.
Shot clock at 3. They could use a bucket. Utah the rebound. On the wing, Ingles. To the paint. Here's Gobert. The shot's good on the assist by Ingles.
He knows his job. Gobert is there to own the glass and cash in on as many second chance opportunities as he can.
Now, here is O'Neal. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Bogdanovich looking around. Nice ball movement by Utah. From 7, and Gobert kicks to Ingles. Utah gets it back. It's Bogdanovich on the wing. Down low. Now here's Gobert. Tight defense on him. To the middle. A second chance effort. No good there. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. 43 seconds left to play in the first half. Here's Dozier, and a wide open look for Porter. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
Porter Jr. has a unique combination of size and skill, and as a result, able to beat defenders in the catch-and-shoot game.
Back to Mitchell. He kicks it to Ingles. Pass to Gobert from 11 feet away. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Murray outside. Had the space there, but it's offline.
Well, I cannot believe he didn't capitalize there, and neither can he.
And so it's Denver with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. They've had such great ball movement and shot selection, and it's led to a
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson. After 2 quarters, it's Denver out in front. They lead by 14. Kenny, how'd you... And now with the second half about to get underway.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. It's been quite a game for Bol.
Man, how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
Conley runs the point with Mitchell flanking him. O'Neal is out there with Bogdanovich. And it's Gobert in at the center, filling out the middle. That's the group right now for Utah. Murray, no good. And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Utah Jazz. They trail by 14. They're off to San Antonio after this game, bringing their show to the AT&T Center. They've packed their bags for a long one, as that'll be the first of 7 straight on the road. And there's Gobert putting it right back in.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball.
That's exactly right. No need to catch it when you've got the kind of soft hands that he does.
And Greg, you play with some big personalities. Talk about the best way to manage egos and conflicts in the locker room. That's a very interesting topic.
No doubt about it. You know, Kev, first thing you learn from middle school on, your team is your family. And let's face it, all families have spats, and so do teams. You just learn to never personalize those things. Never leave any stone unturned. Like, don't let things fester. When there are issues, you address them. And if you're not taking things personally, you tend to be able to work through whatever issues you may come in front of.
Good advice.
Yeah, just a fantastic job to stay with the play and just not give up. Excellent effort on the offensive backboard.
For three, Harris. Murray with it. He's picked up by O'Neal. Porter outside. A rebound by the Jazz. A decent amount of time left as they try to find a way back into it.
Yeah, but it will be soon if they don't start cutting into this deficit.
Conley against Murray. On the wing, Mitchell. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Conley. To the paint. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over.
And let's take a look now at the stats for Bogdanovic. Good season for him last year. 5th for free throw percentage. And with that effortless stroke, he climbed all the way to the top 15 in three-point percentage.
And yeah, he was money from the charity stripe. Only a handful of players shot a better percentage last season. Tremendous asset. And the three ball is good.
A shot Barton can make, that one is. So if you're the defender, you have to at least honor that.
Passes it to Gobert. Jokic with the steal. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Martin from outside. A rebound by the Jazz. Gobert's got rebound number 7 for him tonight.
They've been the better rebounding team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough.
Yeah, you know, they're hustling and giving a good effort, that's for sure, but unfortunately, the execution has been lacking.
Shot clock at 5. Out to Conley. Mitchell outside. Millsap with the steal. Barton finds Jokic. Back to Barton. Shoots over Clarkson. Barton missing again.
Well, you know he wants that one back. I mean, more often than not, he'll sink that mid-range jumper.
Conley against Murray. Conley the pass to Clarkson. Pass to Favors. And it's in there.
And Favors very reliable around the rim. Can get it done over either shoulder.
Millsap kicks to Morris. Denver passing it around. The pass to Jokic. In the corner, it's Morris. Back to Murray. Over Conley. And another miss by Denver.
And he's trying to shoot his way out of it. You know, they have the lead, but honestly, I think it might help if he be a little bit more selective tonight.
Murray against Mitchell. Conley up top. Back to Mitchell. And stolen by Murray. And Jordan Clarkson is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. And the Jazz making a change here. Ingles is checked in. And a switcher also for Denver. Dozier's checked in. Tries again. And here's Morris for 3. Gobert pulls it in. Jazz trail by 13. Conley the pass to Clarkson. Goes back up. Out to Conley. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And the Jazz can't hang on to the ball. .12 seconds left to play in the third. Harris, right side. .1 second left. And oh, he hits the buzzer beater.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
What was really impressive there, though, guys, was that he could have rushed it and panicked, and yet he kept his cool and splashed it.
And so it's Denver. Their lead at 15 going into the break. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. And Denver will start the fourth quarter with Michael Porter's out there with Harris. And it's Nikola Jokic. Then it's Will Barton. And it's Dozier in at the two-guard spot. Barton, no luck.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
On the wing, Ingles. Barton defending. O'Neal dishes to Gobert, and the shot goes down.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this one.
Count that bucket.
You know, it's evident that Jokic is comfortable operating close to the rim. He's outstanding with his shot selection.
It's Bogdanovich on the wing. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Conley against Barton. Just 5 on the clock. Out to Conley. It's over Barton. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. Out to the wing. Here's Dozier. A three-pointer off the mark.
You know, he's not a knockdown shooter from there, but when you're that uncovered, you almost are forced to take it.
O'Neal against Barton. Pulls up. High post. That shot off. And Denver the other way now. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Minnesota, where they'll take on the Timberwolves. That will conclude their brief two-game road trip. Pass to Jokic. Got it. Good job in the low post. And the Nuggets lead by 15.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Inside. Six to shoot. O'Neal kicks to Ingles. The Jazz with another miss. Denver leading by 15. On the wing, Harris. Back to Barton. Looking for Harris. He gets it there. Top of the key. O'Neal against Barton. Rebound, Utah. Ingles has got his fourth rebound in this one.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Back to O'Neal. He dishes it to Gobert. Kicks to Ingles. In the corner, O'Neal with it. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Greg, when you played for the Knicks, I always heard that Charles Oakley would cook for the players. Is that true?
Absolutely. Oak was very particular about his food. And I got to tell you, he knows his way around the kitchen. And to be honest, I would never tell him otherwise.
Well, what was his special?
Whatever he made, it was special. It wouldn't matter.
And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for Denver.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And the other thing they've done since the beginning of this game is score points off turnovers and in bunches.
The Jazz making a switch here. O'Neal's checked in. Conley scanning the floor. Mitchell in the corner. Now, here is O'Neal. Out to Conley to stop the drought. The Jazz with another miss.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight. And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Nuggets.
This is a game where the defense, steals specifically, generating a lot of opportunities.
And it created possessions for them, scoring opportunities, and that effort a big part of what will be a nice victory here tonight.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
Yeah, I don't think it'll play out quite that simply, though. The team coming out on the losing end of game 1 is just that much more motivated to get even in game 2 and 3. So I think the edge goes to the losing team.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Jokic.
It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel.
Outside Porter from deep three-point range, can't connect. And so it's Denver taking care of business in this one. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks. get set for this NBA presentation. Kevin Harlan here with... Let's check out the Western Conference standings right now that we're here in the new year. Taking a look at Houston. They're sitting 8th right now in the early going. And checking out Denver, a game and a half out.
And seeing where the Rockets are, they've shown me some very good things this season. But that next step, those qualities that could make them true contenders, just haven't been there.
Yeah, and I'm sure they're disappointed in that. I mean, they were hoping to take that next step.
A look at the opening lineup for the Houston Rockets. Wood out there with P.J. Tucker. And it's Wall, then it's Harden, and it's House in at the small forward. And for the Nuggets, the backcourt is Murray and Harris. Millsap and Jokic, the big men. And it's Porter in at the small forward position. It's Harden with the drive, and Harden with the stuff.
Oh, and when Harden is going strong to the rim, he's looking for the throwdown, ripping the rim down hard on that one.
Shaq, you know the importance of great footwork, and I know that you have found some other guys that are standouts in that category right now in the league.
Well, Kyrie Irving, he has great ball handling. You know, that definitely requires great feet work.
Yes.
DeMar DeRozan, James Harden with that Euro step and that step back. You got to have excellent feet work to pull those moves off.
And the jam by Harden.
Oh, and Harden is just ferocious with his dunk, just ramming it in the defense's face.
Harris against Harden. Harris kicks to Murray. Back to Harris. A three ball. Up again. And Murray with the second chance points. Murray's got 5 now.
Hard work and soft hands, guys. That's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip in. Harris against Harden. He doesn't hit that one. Murray with the defensive effort. The league is moving to create an in-season tournament, Shaq, something that we'd seen in soccer leagues overseas. Do you like that idea?
I like that Adam Silver and the league are being forward-thinking. I think players always say if you're not getting better, you're getting worse. I think it's smart for the league to have the same approach. I just wish everybody well.
Yeah, and listen, ultimately, if they do make some changes, it's going to get some pushback, no doubt about it. But as Shaq said, when you start thinking forward, it's about those younger generations, because at some point, that's all they're going to know.
Millsap passes to Porter. Lets the three fly, and Harden gets it to go in on the assist from Tucker. He has 7. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. And here's Harris from the arc. Offensive rebound, and it's Millsap with the extra effort.
Attacking the missed shot, Millsap's a hard worker, unwilling to let that possession go.
Harden against Harris, and Harden with the stuff.
Ooh, he put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time. Shaq, if you were a GM, what would be your keys to building a great team? We know you're a part owner. What if you were the GM making personnel decisions?
Well, first you need stars, and then you got to get some players through free agency, then you got to trade, and then you got to work that draft. As far as culture, you just want players who are hungry and team first. It's all about winning.
It's a good formula to have to be successful.
Harden kicks to Wood. Shot clock at 6. Wall attacking. And Wall with the slam.
Look, you can't allow Wall to get a lane to the rim. He's too fast.
Looking at Denver, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Suns. For 3, Murray. Millsap. And it's Millsap with the extra effort. Millsap's got 6.
And how about the toughness? I mean, although undersized at that power forward spot, he just still finds a way to get the job done.
It's Harden with the drive, and Harden with the stuff.
And it's clear that Harden is a high IQ player. I mean, in pick and roll sets, you can see it. His decision making is just extraordinary.
Here's Harris. And foul on the shot. So yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Catching up on the changes for Denver. Hartenstein, he's checked in for Jokic. Bol comes in for Paul Millsap. Martin's checked in for Porter. And Morris subbed in for Jamal Murray. Gordon against Harris. It's rebounded by Hartenstein.
Man, you don't see this fella blow many layups. Not against D like that, anyway.
And that one's good, Barton. And that'll tie this game up.
And at 7-2, Bol has incredible vision, including noticing when his teammates are open.
And stolen by Bol. Now Morris kicks it to Bol. 3 seconds left. The shot, no good. And that concludes a high-scoring first quarter with both teams tied up. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And when you consider how Denver is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Well, it's part of their strategy coming in, no doubt. And there may not be that much their opponent can do about it.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. Taking a look at the Nuggets, they've got Morris. Hartenstein is out there with Bol. Then it's Will Barton, and it's Dozier in at the two-guard spot. Cousins, that one doesn't drop. And Denver the other way now. Shaq, when you talk with NBA historians, guys that coached against you, former referees, they all say you were the most difficult player to call games for, to referee. This was because there was so much contact back then both ways.
Well, listen, I understand it's hard to find a balance. I don't want to disrespect the referees. They're a vital part of this game. They do a wonderful job. Some say I got away with too much, and others say I got hacked every play.
We did get hacked at every play.
I know, but I don't like to complain.
I think you did get hacked. He did get hacked. In all fairness, you did. Well, first of all, you had to hit Shaq harder. You couldn't foul him the way or bump him the way you'd bump a normal player. You'd end up getting hurt more. But he also got away with it.
Rebound by the Nuggets. Last game matchup with the Suns, a tough loss there.
Yeah, nowhere near at their best throughout the course of that game. A scrappy performance, but in the end, just not enough.
Yeah, but the fact they came so close, you got to admit it's impressive. I mean, most teams on an off night like that wouldn't have been anywhere near the lead.
John Wall's checked in for Houston. Rockets trail. Shaq, when you look back at your career, was there a specific piece of advice you got from another player that really resonated with you?
Michael Jordan told me, before you succeed, you must first learn to fail. Because early on in my career, we were just getting swept. You know, Kevin, you called a lot of the games where it was 4 and out.
What did Jordan tell you that on the floor in the locker room after a game? Like, what was the circumstance?
After they swept us.
After they swept
Game
you.
6.
On
game
the floor?
4, sorry.
On the floor?
On the floor, yes. He grabbed me on the shoulder and said, before you succeed, you must first learn to fail. And I was like, what does that mean? Until the big Aristotle went home and analyzed it with a magnifying glass.
Oh, that's what that is.
Before you succeedeth, you must first learneth to faileth.
The superb strength from the crafty guard. Wall's used to getting knocked around. He sticks with his shot.
Big group substitution here for Denver. Jokic, he's checked in for Hartenstein. Millsap comes in for Bol. Michael Porter, he's checked in for Barton. And Murray's subbed in for Morris. Millsap has the open look. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. Millsap's got 8 points.
Good location on the pass, and Millsap knows how to take care of the rest.
Now here's Harden. D right on him. And Wall kicks to Harden. Ball against Murray. Here's Harden. And good, coming off the assist by Wall. 13 points in the game.
I love the unselfishness from Wall. When someone flashes open, I mean, he's right there with the pass.
Jokic passes to Dozier, and he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And rightfully so. Also, how lackluster was the defense right there with the score this tight?
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Here's Dozier. Misses the three. Shaq, thanks for coming by. Entertaining as always. Happy to have you on the program. You have an open share anytime you want to join us.
Anytime, Kevin. My pleasure. Whenever you guys need me, just give me a call. If I'm not doing icy hot Krispy Kreme or the Journal Insurance, you just give me a call.
Other than that, you'll be free.
Yeah, I'll be free.
That's good to know. And Chris, you think about Shaq's ability to raise his game under the spotlight. We're seeing him do that as an analyst with us here courtside.
I mean, this is a guy who led the Lakers to 3 consecutive titles, during which he had the highest scoring average for a center in NBA Finals history. I mean, the big fella steps up in his college.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up. With this lead, they're playing confidently, showing a quick trigger from beyond.
Harden the pass to Wood, and the ball travels out of his hands. It was last touched by Jokic, and the Nuggets making a change here. Harris is checked in, and a change for the Rockets. Brown's checked in. Harden gets the bucket.
And when Harden gets to cooking, you gotta feed him. You gotta keep feeding him. He's an excellent rhythm scorer.
Here's Jokic. Good, and Harris gets the assist. Jokic has got the lead up to 4 now for the Nuggets.
He's so aggressive at that end of the floor, and that's a quality all great scorers have.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? Porter finds Murray. Oh, he misses the dunk. With 1 on the clock, and Harden lays it in. Harden's got 10 points in the quarter.
Well, Harden's strength is part of what makes him special. Able to score through all kinds of contact.
And the first half comes to a close in a tie game.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. It is Bedlam here, the home team. And making his triumphant return to our set, the one-man broadcasting Phenom. And now with the second half about to get underway.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. A fantastic game from Harden in this one.
In that first half, he was a hot knife, and the defense was butter, sliced right through them.
He did a great job of attacking the seams, getting to the rim, and then finishing strong.
So on the floor for Houston. Harden out there with Wall. Then it's Christian Wood. Then it's P.J. Tucker. And it's House in at the 3. Harden against Murray. The shot will not fall. And it's Denver the other way. They've got the Timberwolves ahead of them next in Minneapolis. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip. And that one's good by Porter. Greg, I think of you in a New York Knicks uniform, legendary arena you played in. What was that experience like?
Kevin, intense. I remember the first time I suited up in a preseason game. We played the Dallas Mavericks. Both teams went up and down the court 3 times and nobody scored, and the fans started booing. And that's when I knew this is a little bit different. You better bring your A game.
And thicker skin, correct?
That too, yeah. Fortunately, there was no social media or internet back then. Goodness gracious. They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
Wall passes to House. Jokic with the steal. Stolen by Harden. Here's Wall. Makes it off the glass. And that's now 7 points for John Wall.
As point guards go, Wall is very adapted, taking the ball inside. I mean, he gets a lot of points in there.
Porter with it, and it's Harden picking him up for three. Harris. Rockets with the rebound. And after establishing himself as a key player in Denver, Gary Harris's play trailing off the last couple seasons. Greg, what's your read there?
I really feel like, Kevin, injuries have played a part, an extended cold streak, but the Nuggets didn't lose faith. He helped build their success over the years, and they consider him a key piece moving forward as well. Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Catching up on the changes for Denver. Hartenstein, he's checked in for Jokic. Cole comes in for Paul Millsap. Will Barton, he's checked in for Porter. And Morris subbed in for Jamal Murray. Morris dishes to Harris. Pass to Bol. And the dunk by Bol.
That's just too easy for Bol. Once he gets the right position, his focus there is on the finish.
Wall against Morris. And Wall kicks to Gordon. Lets it go with the three. He can't hit that time. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. Morris passes to Hartenstein. And the layup is good. Now it's a 7-point Nugget lead.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Pass to Gordon. Houston moving it around. Feeds it to Wall. Lays it up and banks it in. Wall's got 9 points.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Here's Hartenstein. He's guarded by Cousins. And here's Morris for three. Here's Hartenstein. Great positioning on the putback. Hartenstein's got the lead up to 7 now for Denver.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
And it's good, 2 points.
The strong upper body of Gordon, contact does not affect his shooting moves.
The Nuggets leading by 5. Barton outside. A three from Morris. Nailed from three-point land. Morris has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Here's Tate. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
This is Gordon's offensive instincts going to work. Feeds the open man the moment he spots him.
Barton surveying the floor. Morris outside. And again, Denver with the triple.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Morris against Wall. 30 seconds left in the third. Here's Tate. Aston Waba down to 5 on the shot clock. And here's Wall outside. Denver grabs the miss.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Bol dishes to Barton. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Shots continuing to fall as we conclude the third quarter. Both teams putting up points. The Nuggets on top, up by 9. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the fourth quarter next. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
No, it's quick decision making. You see a guy open, you can't hesitate. That's an outstanding play.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Then it's Will Barton. Then there's Jamal Murray. And it's Dozier in at the 2. That's the group on the floor for Denver.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket, guys, still shaking. He feeds it to Gordon. Back to Harden. From past the arc, drills the three-pointer. Harden's got 5 points in the quarter.
That gives him 2 3-pointers for the game, 1 in each half. He may add to that total pretty soon.
Dozier kicks to Jokic. Jokic draws the double. Over Cousins. Jokic with the bucket.
Plays a rugged game down low. Jokic's toughness adds character to the identity of this team.
Harden surveying the D. He dishes it to Cousins. Kicks it out to Gordon. Houston needs to get a shot off. And the foul called on DeMarcus Cousins. That is his first foul of the game. Porter's checked in for the Nuggets. The Rockets also changing it up. Wood, he's checked in for Cousins. And it's P.J. Tucker in for Eric Gordon. The pass to Dozier. Back to Murray. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. For three. It's hauled in by Wood. And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Houston Rockets. 6-point game. And Harden with the stuff.
Really like seeing Harden take it strong inside. So crafty in how he finishes near the bucket.
Pass to Jokic. Murray outside. Taken away. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Now, here's Tucker. Millsap covering. Harden's shot is off. The Nuggets leading by 4. Right side, Millsap. Murray kicks to Porter. Just 5 to shoot. Denver needs to get off his shot. Here's Jokic. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Denver making a switch here. Harris is checked in. John Wall's checked in for the Rockets. Rockets trail by 4. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Wood with the bucket.
Oh, wow. See that pass from Wall? I mean, that's how you execute offense. For years, he's been one of the best at it.
Double team on Millsap. Trying to find Murray, and he gets it to him. Millsap finds Porter. Back to Millsap. 6 for 6. He's yet to miss from the field.
And they count on Millsap to deliver in these big moments, and there he does.
Harden against Murray. And the jam by Harden.
I mean, and these are the kinds of shots this team expects Harden to hit regularly. I mean, just such a talented offensive player.
Passes it to Murray. Jokic against Wood. And Jokic gets it to go. The assist by Murray. Huge.
Jokic comes through just fearless. What an option.
Harden outside. A minute 20 left in the fourth quarter. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
Reminding us again why he's one of the game's great clutch shooters.
Harris looking it over. Three-pointer. Murray, the pass to Jokic. Good!
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Yeah, he approached that one with total confidence. He has what it takes to come through in the clutch.
Out of bounds. Denver takes possession. Monte Morris is checked in for Jamal Murray. For Denver, they've gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. Harris kicks to Morris. Denver passing it around. From 7, the kick out to Porter. Morris with the ball. He's picked up by Wall. And that's an intentional foul. Houston on D. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
The crafty veteran likes seeing Millsap be aggressive and really force the defense to get physical.
So he gets them both, and it's a 5-point game.
So they get what they want out of that trip. Now a 2-possession game.
The deep three from Harden. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Here's Denver now. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Morris passes to Jokic. The three. Rebounded by Tucker. Here is House. Kicks it out to Harden. So the Nuggets win it. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans. But in the end,
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And those are the starting lineups. Lots of interest. It's that time of the year. Heck, let's check out the Western Conference standings right now that we're here in the new year. You look at Utah. They're in the upper part of the conference records right now, in 5th place. And, of course, Houston, a half game back.
And seeing where the Rockets are, they're one of those teams that hasn't quite figured it out this year. A lot of talent, a lot of heart, but nothing to put them up on that next level.
You know, it's got to be frustrating for them. You can't dwell on the past. You've got to think forward, work together, and play for one another.
And checking out Utah's opening lineup, Conley and Mitchell, the talented backcourt pair. Bogdanovich out there with O'Neal. And it's Gobert in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for the Rockets, we've got Wall. P.J. Tucker is out there with Wood. Then it's Harden, and it's House in at the small forward position. Bogdanovich. Wall grabs the board. And so it's Wall with it, bringing it up for Houston. For the three. Doesn't go that time. And Utah the other way now. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Houston this season.
Yeah, and they're hoping for a better showing against this club this season. Last year they came out on the losing end.
You can see that defenders try to play with a level of physicality against Mike Conley, but this guy's such a tough competitor. He'll get to the line.
Greg, obviously, we're early on here. We already have seen some second-year players looking much more improved over their rookie year.
I mean, if you put in the work, you're not guessing as much. And listen, the fact that you've now gone through the season, you've got a better sense of who you are and what you can do out on the floor. I know I cut way back on my turnovers at the start of my second year, and you go into the offseason with specific goals and areas where you want to improve.
You think there's more growth between your first and second year than any other 2 years in your career?
You can make that case, no doubt about it, because you're still thinking you can be one of the all-time greats no matter who you are at that stage, and so you tend to put in a little more emphasis in terms of improvement.
Now, here is O'Neal, following the miss by John Wall.
I think we think of Donovan Mitchell first and foremost as a scorer, but I love seeing his passing ability come into play.
Harden against Mitchell. Now here's Harden, guarded closer.
Oh, I dunk you very much.
He can really fly, and you combine that, Greg, with some nice penetration, too, and you've got 2 points.
And we talk a lot about Mitchell's offense, and for a good reason, but the defense is also an area where he's excelled.
Oh, no doubt, Greg. We identify him with the offensive end of the floor because he's carried a burden for the Utah Jazz early in his career. But think about it. He's strong, athletic, long wingspan, excellent instincts. This guy has the potential to be one of the most impactful two-way players in today's NBA.
Now Bogdanovich, following the three-point attempt by John Wall. Conley kicks to Bogdanovich. A miss that time would have put him up.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Harden dishes to Tucker. Passes to Wall. Back to Tucker. Houston moving the ball around. 4 on the shot clock. Houston needs to get a shot. It's House outside. Houston with a new 14. Wood passes to Harden. 3 seconds left, and the layup is up and in. Harden's got 8 points.
Great start for him. 4-4. He could be in for a big game.
Pass to Bogdanovich. Back to Conley. We've got 1:18 left here in the first quarter. Gobert. The Rockets pull it in. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
Yeah, and defensively, boy, did they trust one another. Communicated well and just made it very difficult to get good looks in that one.
You knew they were on a string all night on the defensive end, and it always helps when someone got caught out of position, help was on the way.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Harden inside the three-point line. And the shot is long.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
32 seconds left in the first. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Mitchell in the corner. To end the cold streak. And it's off the back rim. No good. And here we go. Wow, hammering it in.
And this is how a floor leader makes a statement. Harden just put the other team on notice.
That's tipped. It could go. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Rockets lead by 8. And back in a moment. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And guys, for the Rockets, what jumps out to you from a numbers standpoint?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
I think across the board, a number of guys who've done a great job guarding multiple positions.
And so in the game for the Jazz, they've got Jordan Clarkson. He's out there with Donovan Mitchell. Joe Ingles is out there with Favors. And it's Niang in at the 4 spot.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Well, if you continue to execute at both ends, you can build on this lead.
Ingles passes to Favors. He gets that one.
I'm telling you this, if you leave one of Ingles' teammates open, Joe is going to find him.
Now here's Brown. 11 points for him in that last game against Sacramento.
And the other thing, guys, he really got after it on the backboards. What a complete game for this guy.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Down low. It'll go. The Rocket lead is cut back down to 8 points. They needed that one from Mitchell.
We're talking 6'3", 215 pounds, so that is a big-sized guard. He can operate on the interior.
Now Brown. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Out left to the wing. Tate the pass to Cousins. 5 to shoot. Fires from deep. And Derek Favors pulls it down. Jazz trail by 8. Niang kicks to Mitchell. Ingles with the ball. An 11-point game for him in the win against the Clippers.
Very difficult to match up with Favors. I love how under control, under duress he was right there.
Here's Tate. That shot off the mark. Great D that time from Favors. With a step back. It's good. And the Rocket lead is cut down to just 4 points with a bucket from Clarkson.
This guy reads situations so well, and he knows how to execute.
Over to the wing. Here's Tate. Offensive rebound. Cousins. And then Cousins with the dunk.
Just great work by DeMarcus Cousins. Persistence, great scoring ability, and that's how you manufacture points.
Niang kicks to Mitchell. No good on the triple. Rockets leading by 6. About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. The pass to Tate. Back to Brown. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Greg, how special was it for you that you had your number 50 retired at UNLV?
You know, that's something I can honestly say. As a kid, you dream about a lot of things, winning, playing at the highest levels. That's something I never really fathomed, is to have your jersey hanging up in an arena. That was a surreal moment, a really cool moment, and it was awesome to be able to share it with my family and friends.
And people probably don't know that you grew up in Las Vegas, so it was probably doubly special, wasn't it?
Exactly, born and raised.
Well, there's a certain amount of awareness that you're responsible for having when you're Rudy Gobert, and he makes excellent use of his size right there.
Outside, Wall. He kicks it to Gordon. Houston moving the ball around. Here's Brown. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Ingles. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Well, Joe Ingles is the master at staying under control as he tries to finish. He is so fundamentally sound.
Houston making some changes. Christian Woods checked in for Cousins. Emmanuel House comes in for Brown. And it's James Harden in for Eric Gordon.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
O'Neal kicks to Conley. There's 45 seconds left in the first half of the game. A nice shot by Bogdanovic.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Harden scanning the floor. Conley into the lane. Wall with a block.
Well, you see the wingspan and the timing by John Wall. What a defensive effort.
Harden against O'Neal. Had a hand on it. Out of bounds. Rockets ball as Houston keeps possession. An outstanding defensive play to earn the mobile 1 block.
Every basket's a big one in a tight game, and he is not about to give up an easy look.
16 seconds left in the first half of basketball.
Cooling off a bit after a nice first quarter.
Pass to Bogdanovic. A second chance effort. Takes the 3. A putback. And it's good. But hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And the teams are going to have to wait before heading to the locker room. They're going to bring out the monitor. Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every one of you. What James Harden was the man in the first. He had 12 points. And now with the second half about to get underway.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. You gotta like what Harden has done in this game so far.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
Now let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
They've got P.J. Tucker. Harden out there with Wall. Then it's Christian Wood. And it's House in at the small forward. That's the 5 for Houston right now.
Well, Rudy Gobert stands 7'1", and he's an unselfish guy. It puts the pass on the money.
From deep, Harden knocks down the 3 ball. Harden's got 15.
Well, the defense deserves to get burned. Absolutely no excuse for leaving him open.
Conley against Wall. Now, here is O'Neal. Tight defense on him. That one goes in. O'Neal's got 4 points this quarter. Second half rolling along now. About a minute played here. It's Harden with the drive. And the jam by Harden.
Yeah, just constantly attacking the paint. Harden does not settle.
Conley, the pass to Gobert. On the wing, Mitchell. Back to Gobert. Kicks it out to Bogdanovic. Clock at 4. Utah needs to get off a shot here. They grab their own miss. Here's O'Neal. Tips it, and there's Gobert, putting it right back in. He's got 6, third quarter here, and 5 lead changes so far.
And guys, neither team has been able to pull away.
Harden against Mitchell. Outside, Wall. House kicks it to Tucker. And so the ball is out of bounds. Bogdanovich touched it last. And a chance now to look at the schedule for Houston. On Monday, they'll go up against Kristaps Porzingis and the Dallas Mavericks. Then on Wednesday, they'll be taking on Victor Oladipo and the Indiana Pacers. David Nwaba is checked in for P.J. Tucker. Derek Favors checked in for Utah. Jordan Clarkson comes in for Royce O'Neal. All with the steal. It's 2-on-1. Harden outside. Passes it to Wood. Stolen by Mitchell. And now Clarkson pushing it up. No one back to stop him. Trips down the breakaway slam.
Jordan Clarkson has the kind of speed and athleticism to get out in transition and be a problem.
Ball passes to Harden. The kick out to Wall. Out to the right wing. Shot clock at 5. The shot by House is no good. And here's Clarkson. He brings it up for the Utah Jazz. It's a 3-point game. After this one, they're off to San Antonio to take on the Spurs. Mitchell wide open. And again, it's Utah.
And defensively, these guys are looking for answers. Since halftime, they've seemed disjointed and out of sync. They have got to get back that rhythm defensively.
Harden dishes to House. Pass to Harden. That one, no good. Gobert with the defensive effort. Fires the 3. They get it again. And there's Favors putting it right back in. Favors has got the lead up to 7 now for the Jazz.
Well, that's the size of Derek Favors, allowing him to snag these boards. This guy, you've got to keep him off the offensive glass.
Mitchell against Harden. Kicks it to House. And the pass to Wood. Looking to end the run. Unable to get that one. So Utah will take it the other way. Here's Clarkson. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Rockets have gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. Wall attacking. It's stolen by Gobert. And here we go. The 3. It's rebounded by Houston.
This has not been a good period for this guy. Out of sync, not letting the game come to him. He's got to settle down and make shots.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. It's good, and the Jazz lead is cut down now to just 7 on the basket from Harden.
After hitting nothing from downtown in the first half, that's his second make sense.
Conley for 3. It's hauled in by Wood. And here's Harden. And the jam by Harden.
And it is easy to get spoiled watching Harden. He's had so many games like this in his career, but you still got to appreciate what he does.
And we've reached the end of the third. Jazz out in front. They lead by 5. We'll be back shortly live from Houston, Texas. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver, and he did just that.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. And so in the game for the Jazz, Bogdanovich out there with Joe Ingles. Then it's O'Neal. Then there's Jordan Clarkson, and it's Favors in at the center, locking down the middle. Here's Ingles. Back to Favors. And Derek Favors with the slam.
Well, you like to see Favors dive after setting the screen. He's mobile, he's agile, and in that instance, he was hostile.
Right side, Wall. Shoots over Clarkson. Wall's shot is off.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Clarkson finds Bogdanovich. Fires the three. Utah the rebound. And there's Favors putting it right back in. And now a 9-point Jazz lead.
Wow, what a phenomenal timing sense from Derek Favors. Flushes back the miss with ease.
Wall passes to Tate. Back to Wall. Shoots over Clarkson. Here's Cousins. And Cousins throws it down.
This is what keeps Cousins' percentages up. The gimmies. My goodness.
Jazz leading by 7. Castro O'Neal. Now Ingles out of bounds. Houston takes possession. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for the Rockets. James Harden comes in for Brown. Mike Conley's checked in for Utah. For Houston, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Wall passes to Harden. And the jam by Harden.
And Harden is a nightmare in the pick and roll. Just a clever combo guard who is completely unpredictable.
Pass to O'Neal. Back to Conley. Wall with the steal. It's Harden with the drive. And Harden with the stuff.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
It's still close, though. These teams have been neck and neck. Let's see the response here.
Here's Harden on the wing. Outside, Wall. And some nice passing there by Houston. The three from Harden. Houston now working with the new shot clock. And the rejection by Favors.
I think you want to see more of this from Derek Favors. You love to see him be aggressive and try to send shots back.
Conley kicks to Bogdanovich. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet. Conley's got 3 assists in the game. Outside, Wall. Rebound, Utah. Favors got rebound number 7 for him tonight. O'Neal against Harden. Bogdanovich dishes to Ingles. Now, here is O'Neal. Defense right on him. Rebound by John Wall. Wall's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Wow, that was a strong dunk.
That is nice. And once Harden has momentum behind him, watch out. I love seeing the beard flush it down there with some power.
Ingles up top, defended by Gordon, and stolen by Cousins. Here's Tucker. A good finish at the rack off the slick feet. And now just a 4-point Jazz lead. Pass to Bogdanovich. Back to Conley. The dish now to O'Neal. And there's the pass to Bogdanovich. 5 on the clock. And stolen by Cousins. It's Harden with the drive. Got it. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
To me, more often than not, when you attack, good things happen.
Ingles passes to Conley. "13 feet away. Money!"
Well, Mike Conley's a veteran. What confidence, what clutch play. Nicely done.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Harden finds Cousins. Back to Harden. Takes a 3. O'Neal with the defensive effort. Conley scanning the floor. Favors passes to O'Neal. Here's the 3. Kept alive.
You love that Derek Favors demanded the basketball with the game hanging in the balance. How beautiful, how tough.
And so it's Utah with the win. They seem to relish their role as the bad. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For tip-off goes to Denver. And checking out Utah's opening lineup, Conley runs the point with Mitchell flanking him. Rudy Gobert is out there with Bogdanovich. And it's O'Neal in at the 3, the small forward. Now, here's Jokic. And that one drops. Well, we've seen some head coaching changes, Greg. We're early in the season. How long does it take to fully implement, do you think, a new system with a new coach?
You know, it's a tough question, Kevin. It really can depend on how difficult or complicated the system is. But all things being equal, the experienced teams often learn faster because they just understand the game better.
Here's Murray, stolen by Michael Conley. O'Neal with it, now guarded by Porter. Pass to Bogdanovich. Conley left side. Back to Bogdanovich, right wing. O'Neal kicks to Bogdanovich. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Nice look there from Bogdanovich, the shooter keeping an eye peeled and open for the open man.
Back to Harris. Murray, the pass to Harris. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Outside, Porter. Back to Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
Boy, good vision that time from Michael Porter Jr. Saw the wide open teammate and then got the pass to him right on time.
And the call up against Jokic. That is his first foul of the game. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. And Murray's got the ball here for the Denver Nuggets. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Utah.
Yeah, some history here, though. Of course, they won that first-round series in last year's playoffs and ended up sending them packing.
Added incentive in a game like this. I mean, they've got to be ready to rise up to that challenge.
On the wing, Mitchell. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. 2 points. That one goes.
And you got to clog up those lanes. Mitchell just explodes to the rim when he gets to that launching pad.
And out of bounds as the Jazz gain possession. And with the break in the action, here is the 2K leaderboard showing us this month's top passers. Jokic, number 1.
Really been in sync with his teammates over that period. I mean, his passing has been phenomenal.
Conley up top. He's covered by Murray. Good on the bucket.
And never one to force the issue. Conley smoothly knocks that down.
To the left wing. Here's Murray. Here's Jokic. And a wide open look for Porter. From outside, off the mark.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And Bogdanovich kicks to Mitchell. Clock at 6. And slam dunk by Gobert.
He knows his job. Gobert is there to own the glass and cash in on as many second chance opportunities as he can.
Now here's Murray. He's coming off a 31-point game against Phoenix.
Boy, I thought his passing was absolutely fantastic. I mean, really picked apart the defense all game long.
Mitchell looking it over. Over Harris. And it's Denver with the rebound. Last game matchup with the Suns, a tough loss there.
Yeah, nowhere near at their best throughout the course of that game. A scrappy performance, but in the end, just not enough.
Yeah, a lot of character on display, a lot of guts. You're right. Even as shaky as they were, I would guess they felt they let one get away from them.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Porter outside. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got 4 rebounds now tonight. O'Neal dishes to Gobert. Here's Bogdanovich. Good work defensively by Millsap.
It does not get much easier than that, but somehow he came up empty there.
For 3, Harris. Denver keeping it going. A new 14-second clock. Jazz have gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Mitchell. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Mitchell's got his second basket of the game.
Great mechanics from Mitchell on that one. You can count on him when he's at that range.
They need this one, and Jokic throws it down.
Man, he sure can get off the floor.
He one of the best in the business, absolutely.
Boy, he makes it look easy. He is an absolutely imposing finisher around the rim.
At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Utah out in front, up by 1. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And guys, from what we've been watching with the Jazz, what are you guys seeing out there?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
Will Barton is out there with Bull. Then there's Monte Morris. And it's Hartenstein in at the center. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Here's Morris. He's coming off a 10-point game against Phoenix. Here's Dozier. Back to Morris from downtown. Here's Barton. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Excellent body control around the rim. Barton didn't let the defender distract him at all.
The pass to Niang. Two free throws coming up. And here we go with the coach's challenge. A surprise in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
It's good on the putback. And this game is tied up now.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
Such determination on the glass. Not boxing out Favors is a huge mistake that you cannot afford to make.
Barton kicks to Dozier. Denver passing it around. Hartenstein passes to Morris. It's deflected. Stolen by Michael Conley. And now Conley running the floor all by himself.
And he's a pure point guard with terrific vision. Conley finds open teammates at times before they realize they're open.
To the inside. Here's Bull. The rebound by Niang. Utah leading by 4. Conley with it. Picked up 33 points in their last one against the Clippers.
Boy, he was piling up those assists in that one. I mean, every pass seemed to be on time and on target.
Just 5 on the clock. Clarkson. That one, no good. And the Nuggets going the other way. They've got the Timberwolves ahead of them next in Minneapolis. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. Here's Bull. Good, nice job down low.
Yeah, inside, Bull does a great job just making subtle adjustments and utilizing that length.
And the foul on Will Barton. That's his first foul. Both teams will make substitutions. Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. For Denver, they've gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. And is back to the basket for over 5. That'll be a turnover.
Looking now at the numbers for Bojan Bogdanovic. A very nice season for him last year. He's averaged 20 points a game, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. And you can't downplay the importance of good size off the bench.
Space invader, a big guy who simply holds his ground and makes opponents work around him. That's good stuff.
When Gobert goes up, he gets up. Airtime to spare as he slams the putback home.
Here's Mitchell. 11 feet out, and he hits it. Mitchell's got the lead up to 6 now for Utah. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Jazz.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
They're crashing the offensive glass hard, too. I mean, they've dropped in several second-chance baskets.
Every team looking to get easy ones in transition.
I think one of the best ways, guys, to score in transition is that quick hitter after the first burst.
Outside Bogdanovic. On the wing, Mitchell. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. That's 10 points for Donovan Mitchell.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
Yeah, and that field goal percentage zooming upwards is now above 50%, which is pretty strong.
And here's Utah. They're on a 15-6 run. Now the dish to Ingles. Back to Mitchell. We've got 22 seconds left in the second quarter. Nice shot by Gobert. Gobert's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Porter passes to Jokic. Murray for 3. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic.
Hey, that's really good, positive offense from Murray. Knows exactly what he's going to do before the ball even gets there. That's shot preparation, folks.
You gotta love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille. Utah found themselves in a close game in the first. They ended the period holding on to us. And that wraps up the halftime show. Third quarter.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Donovan Mitchell really making a difference here.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. And so in the game for the Jazz, Conley and Mitchell, the talented backcourt pair. Bogdanovic out there with O'Neal. And it's Gobert in at the 5 spot.
You know, he's not a knockdown shooter from there, but when you're that uncovered, you almost are forced to take it.
Mitchell against Harris. Mitchell's shot is good.
And the coaching staff loves this. Mitchell being assertive on offense and just imposing his will.
Gobert dishes to Conley. Here's Mitchell, and it's Mitchell with the jam.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What? You mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas. I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
And Utah making a change here. Clarkson's checked in. Outside Conley. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Conley's got 6 points.
They are on fire right now. That's 4 straight makes.
To end the run, the rebound by the Jazz. Gobert's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Conley surveying the D. From the high post. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Always good to see Bogdanovic use his height to his advantage because he's got the size needed to grab those offensive rebounds.
And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Mitchell outside. Free throw line jump shot. Paul Millsap with the rebound. The Nuggets trail by 21. It's Barton with the drive. Hits the close range jumper. He has 6.
Barton is at his very best when he's attacking the basket. He's a most effective slasher.
Mitchell outside. Passes it to Gobert.
Boy, you've really got to put those away, especially against soft interior defense.
It's tipped. Morris passes to Millsap. Bogdanovic grabs the miss. Utah leading by 19 points. Here's Mitchell. Off with the layup.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Here's Jokic. Gobert with the defensive effort. And so it's Bogdanovic who brings up the ball for Utah. They're off to San Antonio after this game, bringing their show to the AT&T Center. Here's Barton, and Barton throws it down.
Millsap doing a nice job there, reading the defense, and makes a nice slick pass to burn the opponent.
Pass to Clarkson. 1:03 left in the third quarter of the game. Mitchell in the corner. Back to Clarkson. Pass to Mitchell. 6 on the shot clock. Out to Conley. Jazz passing it around. Trying to get something going. Gobert. And there's Gobert putting it right back in. That gives him a double-double in this one. 10 points and 12 rebounds.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Jokic on the follow. Jokic has got 6 points.
Persistence pays, and Jokic not giving up on the play, doing a nice job pursuing the basketball there.
Here's Conley. And Bogdanovic throws it down.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
Well, you know, if nobody's going to put a body on him, then that's going to be the result. No misses for him yet in this quarter. Solid as a rock.
Conley, the pass to Gobert. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Conley's got 3 assists in the game.
Well, he's just zoned in. I mean, in most cases, taking quality shots very much within the flow of the offense.
And the foul called on Paul Millsap. That is his first foul of the game. Mitchell wide open. Up again, and there's Favors putting it right back in. Favors got his second basket.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they?
Yes, they can. They can't allow him to beat them to too many more of those.
And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. It's the Jazz delivering the blowout. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return. In a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And
I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. The backcourt is Murray and Harris. Ole is out there with Hartenstein, and it's Porter in at the 3 spot. That's the group on the floor for Denver. And there's Favors putting it right back in. And the Jazz lead by 21.
Nice tip in there. I mean, he's got like a sixth sense in terms of where the miss is going to go. That is really a talent.
And even at 6'5", that's not a giant by any means. Murray elevates high inside for these buckets. He's a high percentage shooter down low for sure.
Mitchell kicks to Ingles. Down low. Shot clock at 6. Mitchell against Murray. Count that one. Mitchell's got 20 points.
And that's Mitchell at his best, playing the quarterback on this offense and leaving the D grabbing for air.
Basket good.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Jazz leading by 19 points. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Ingles finds Mitchell. Shot from the wing. Tips it up. And there's Favors putting it right back in.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Ingles against Porter. For 3, Harris. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Great job of crashing the offensive glass. He stayed with it. That's hard-nosed, tough basketball.
Mitchell against Murray. Mitchell's shot is good. He's got 22.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Yeah, and they're really getting pummeled on points in the paint here.
Hartenstein passes to Porter. Chalk up 2 there.
Well, you know, Porter can expect this. Defenses are going to try to be physical with him, try to get in his head.
Murray against Mitchell. He kicks it to Ingles to the right side. O'Neal dishes to Favors. Just his first attempt. Second chance shot. He takes it up and lays it in.
Yeah, blending that power with quickness. Favors provides his team with some solid interior scoring.
To the paint. And Derek Favors with the slam.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Here's Porter. O'Neal with the rebound.
Yeah, but the hand in the face. It's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
Outside Porter. 3-pointer. Good. And Harris gets the assist.
How about that smooth shot from the arc for Porter? He's got such a confident release and deep range, too.
Here's Mitchell. Favors. Great positioning on the putback.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Jazz.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
And tonight, you know, they took the time needed, made the plays they had to, and that's why they're going up 1-0 in their 3-game season series against the Nuggets.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Rudy Gobert.
You have to love the way that he was closing out on defensive trips. He would always body up, and it's why he ended with so many boards.
Well, it was a bumpy start to his career for Michael Porter. I mean, this guy had his entire rookie season taken away because of back surgery and had a big mountain to climb just to get back out on the court. But, you know, to his credit, he made the climb.
So Utah ends up going with the new group. Morgan the pass to Hughes. Here's Morgan. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And the shot goes in.
They just blocked out the noise,
kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Boy, a fantastic performance. And I tell you something, I mean, you get roadkill, that's always a challenge in the NBA, no matter what, and they got it done.
And that one is hammered home.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
A flat-out bulldog in the paint. Great job to follow his own shot there and get the basket.
From deep. The shot that time not on target. And so it's Utah easily grabbing the win. A resounding victory for them. And Greg and David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks.